Hello friends, I'm Balaji Jagannathan. I'm a professionally qualified chartered accountant. I've created this YouTube channel for sharing my knowledge on the tax related matters. In this first video, I will provide you an introduction to GST. In this video, we will talk about genesis of GST in India, the concept of GST, deficiency in existing system, interstate and intrastate supply, and other important points under GST. Genesis of GST in India. It all started in the year 2000 by setting up a committee to design GST model for the country by the Prime Minister. In 2003, the central government formed a task force under Vijay Kelkar, which in turn recommended a fully integrated GST on a national basis in the year 2004. In the year 2016, Honorable President provided his assent, which paved the way for the introduction of GST in India. In June 2017, all states except Jammu and Kashmir passed their SGST Act. In 1st July 2017, GST was officially launched. In 8 July 2017, it extended to Jammu and Kashmir, thereby its complete India is covered by GST rules and acts. Next, we will see about the concept of GST. The goods and service tax aim to attempt to create a common national market by introducing a uniform rate across the nation for any goods or services. Across the India, we will have only one rate of tax, and also it has subsumed a multiple taxes like excise duty, service tax, VAT, CST, luxury tax, entertainment tax, etc. So by subsuming all the taxes, now we are having only one tax called GST. So GST is a value added tax levied on goods and services. So in other words, whatever value created by a supplier, on that value he will pay the tax. How this is happening? Because of continuous chain of tax credit provided to the supplier for the purchases. So because of continuous supply of credit, the burden of GST is borne by the ultimate consumer. So because of its value added in nature and offering continuous chain of tax credit, there are no cascading effect of taxes. So that's why the GST has been created, and currently we are having only one tax on supply of goods and services. There are multiple taxes in the earlier regime which was subsumed in the current GST. Next, we will talk about the deficiency of the existing value added system. Earlier also we had the value added tax, but it always remained in piecemeal and fragmented on account of the following points. The first and foremost is double taxation. The double taxation happened in multiple ways. First point is there is no clear distinction between goods and services in some cases, which in turn leads to double taxation. Example, software was liable to both VAT and service tax. So double taxation. The next thing is also when goods were manufactured, both central excise duty and VAT were levied. Also, there is no set off against CENVAT and state level tax. So apart from double taxation, we had several deficiency. One of the deficiency is we had multiple taxes. Like actually we have already seen the GST has subsumed all the taxes, but in earlier tax regime we had multiple taxes. Also, VAT on the goods not integrated with tax on the services at state level. So goods are taxed by state level tax, whereas services are taxed under Service Tax Act, which is governed by the central government. Also, one of the deficiency is CST. CST being a non-vatable and also origination based tax, which is completely against the tax, completely against the principle of GST, which is consumption based taxing. So because of all these deficiency, the concept of GST has been originated. Next we will see what is intrastate and what is interstate supply. So India has adopted a dual GST model whereby both state and central government simultaneously levy GST. GST is a destination based tax levy. Based on destination of supply, it will be collected by the respective governments. So in the case of intrastate supply where supply and consumption is taking place in the same state, it is called intrastate supply, and CGST and SGST of the particular state is levied and collected. When two states are involved, when the consumption and supply is happening in different states, it is called as interstate supply and IGST is levied. Central government is having authority to levy the IGST. First it will collected by the central government, and after that it will be apportioned to the state government accordingly. Apart from IGST and apart from CGST and SGST, there is one more tax is levied, which is GST compensation cess on specified luxury item and demerit item like tobacco, pan masala, aerated water, motor car, etc. Next we will see about other important points under GST. Exclusion from GST ambit. The following items are excluded from the GST ambit: the alcohol for human consumption, petroleum crude, high-speed diesel, motor spirit, aviation turbine fuel, natural gas. Also, in the case of real estate, sale and purchase of completed immovable properties is completely excluded from the GST ambit. And next we will see about the classification of goods and services under GST. Goods, for goods, HSN is used. HSN is nothing but Harmonized System Nomenclature, which is based on Custom Tariff Act 1975. For services, a new system of classification of services has been introduced. Next, we will see the registration requirement. Every supplier of goods and services is required to obtain a registration in the state and union territory from where he makes taxable supply if his aggregate turnover exceeds the threshold limit stated. There are three set of threshold limit have been provided for different states. First one is 10 lakh limit for both goods and services. So in state of Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura it is used. Next, for the state of Arunachal, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Uttarakhand, Puducherry and Telangana, the threshold limit is fixed at 20 lakhs for both uh, goods and services. For other states, the threshold limit was set at 20 lakhs for services and 40 lakhs for goods. With that, we have come to the conclusion of this session. Thank you so much. You can reach me out in cabalajij@gmail.com. You can also visit my blog onetaxpointindia.blogspot.com for any tax related matters. Also, please subscribe for more updates. Thank you so much.